Hey folks, Dagan here, and today I have the pleasure of showcasing for you a guitar that I really didn't think I would gel with as quick as I actually have. I wasn't wanting to try one of these, and now with the perks of having my own YouTube channel, I can kind of just try whatever I like. And these have always intrigued me. I interviewed Myles Kennedy like a year ago, at the time of recording this video, and I know inherently the NF53s and the NF53S by PRS aren't really replicas of his signature. They're very similar with his kind of modern T-style design. But I played one of Myles' guitars and I was like, you know what? It feels PRS-y, but it doesn't at the same time. And I've got nothing against PRS. They make some of the most wonderful... I've never picked up a PRS that I never liked, that I disliked, sorry. But I never gelled with them, whether it be a USA core model or an SE model. They were always just not really my kind of vibe. But when I played Myles' guitar, I was like, you know what? It's the most un-PRS PRS I've ever played, but it's still got that... When you play a PRS, it's overtly PRS, like the construct, whether it be the USA core or an SE model. And they've just got that, without even trying, everything just kind of falls into place where it should be with your left hand and your right hand. They're just designed in such a wonderful way. So now, with me trying this, the PRS SE NF53, I think, well, I know this is going to be a PRS, well, my first PRS that I've ever actually owned. I want to keep this. I think it'll be great for videos. I can't wait to play it live to see how it holds up. But yeah, it's something quite unique and quite special. And like I say, it's the most un-PRS PRS I've played, but it is still overtly PRS. It's weird when you played as many guitars as I have over the years, demoing them and stuff. It's a unique thing. But it's wonderful. It's unique in more than just ways. The fact that this is essentially a modern Telecaster. Just the way it's constructed, the way it feels. And yeah, that's enough ramblings. Let's get into it. One quick little thing. While this guitar is awesome, one thing that isn't awesome is the fact that half you guys watching this video aren't yet subscribed to this channel. This isn't the old PMT channel, the PMT UK channel. This is me going out by myself and showcasing guitars that I actually choose and want to showcase for you guys and have some fun on YouTube. So it would mean the world to me if you hit subscribe just down there to be a part of whatever journey this takes us on. And obviously if you like it, give it a thumbs up as well. And if you like this guitar, comment down below. Let us know what you think. And of course, there's links in the description box just down there so you can get your fine hands on one of these beautiful PRS SE NF53s from the lovely folk at Anderton's. Now back to the guitar. So bloody easy to play, which is weird because it's got a muckled neck. So like I was saying before, it's got some similarities, of course, with the Myles Kennedy one and overtly the USA core NF53. Chunky neck. First thing you notice when you pick this up, which is chunkier than Myles's MK neck, but it's akin to an old school, like, maybe broadcaster, like vintage Tele necks, like early 50s Tele, no-caster, broadcaster necks. It's got a lot of girth to it, but it's way fatter than like a patent-wide PRS neck, but it's comfy. It's rounded in such a way where it just fits in the palm of your hand. Just lovely. It's where those chords ring out. So these are obviously the S versions of the PRS Narrowfield deep dish pickups, but it just says the Narrowfield double D pickups, which can mean a number of different things. But these are the double D pickups, the S versions, and they are still very much humbuckery, course, the mini humbuckers, but they haven't got that kind of weird upper mid-range sizzle that you get in something like a Firebird or... Not necessarily EQing any more bass or treble or taking away anything that I would through the I'm going through the Victory Super Sheriff, mic'd up with a Shure SM57, using a Shure wireless system, as well the GLX D16, and yeah, just that depth. The clarity, if I was in tune, the clarity. Playing big chords and stuff, just ring. But are so dynamic, and these pickups are very responsive to your pick attack. And they clean up wonderfully as well, as you'd expect. With that as well, one volume, one tone, three-way switch. There's no kind of coil splits or anything, which you can do on the Myles Kennedy version, which has got a five-way switch as well. This is just the same as the USA NF53. And it's similar in so many ways. I also think PRS are great at unintentionally shooting themselves in the foot, I guess. Like, because they make the SE models so good and so close to the USA ones, it's like, why would you, if you could afford it, of course you would. But this is all you... All the guitar I ever need from a PRS guitar that plays and sounds like this. But yeah, three-way switch, one volume, one tone. And the pickguard's different to the USA one. The pickups are actually mounted to the pickguard, unlike the kind of half version on the USA model. The bridges are really interesting in this as well. In these NF guitars, the 53 guitars I should say. I always thought they were either string through the back or string through the body, like a traditional Telecaster bridge. But no, these are actually, there's a route in the body, and the string goes in the body, pulls on it up to the tuning pegs, obviously, over the brass saddles. It's almost akin to to put an old Kahler guitar, a Kahler tremolo on a guitar, you had to route a big hole out with the back here. It's kind of like that, but obviously without the tremolo. There's a big divot in there. And the body, I forgot to mention the body, it's swamp ash. So a lovely, light, resonant body, and this is in the pearl white finish. It also comes in the funky dog hair finishes, as you can see on screen, but this white, in certain lights, it's purple sparkle and stuff, and it's carved and contoured in such a wonderful way. You can get to the 22nd fret, no problem at all. With that, you can see the body's gloss, but the neck is unfinished. Well, it's not totally unfinished, it's just kind of satin. So you can feel the grain in the wood. It's not like a unfinished Charvel neck or an EVH or something. And like I said at the start, it's got some shoulders on it. The birds are slightly different to the USA one, and I think I actually prefer these. These have the abalone birds on, where it's just kind of a silhouette of the birds on the USA one. I think this just looks a bit snazzier. And the maple fretboard that Paul's lovely birds are adorning is a 10-inch radius. So a very flat fingerboard, but when paired with this thick neck, and I don't think the frets are necessarily vintage size, I don't know whether it just feels smaller because the neck's so big. But it's just, it feels like I keep harping on, it's a hard thing to describe. It feels like a vintage guitar, but made now, which is kind of exactly what it is. It's just a modern Telecaster with all the traits of an old school guitar, but it's just gorgeous. Over the headstock, natural headstock with the cool lightweight wing tuner buttons on the end. It's kind of all the specs on this bad lad. It looks great, it plays great, it sounds great, and like I keep saying, this is a PRS that it's gonna be my first PRS. Lovely thing. Let's hear it some more. Start with some dirt, and then we'll go into some clean sounds. It's big chords, man. Don't know where that come from, but it just sounded right. Such a sweet sound. Like, I don't know, I just don't play as many mini humbuckers in the sense pickups as I normally do, but everything just blooms lovely. It is still, you can still get proper telly tones out of it, like that kind of. Actually, let's get a bit heavier as well. We mentioned Myles before, and this isn't Myles' band, but It's close to Myles' band, and this is a PRS, so I kind of want to play this if I remember how to play it. The intonation from the factory is great, even with this kind of bridge. You're staying with me, you wonderful piece of wood and metal. Bravo, PRS, for getting something this awesome at this price, because these aren't that expensive. Comes with a gig bag as well. Everything's linked in the description box everything's linked in the description box just down there as well, so you can get yourself one of these wonderful guitars from the fine folk at Anderton's. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Let me know in the comment section as well what you think of this beautiful guitar. I've been Dagan, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.